we were taught simple sentences like, "Oh my God, that happened to you? If that happened to me, I would be upset as well."
You respect them.
Okay.
And the emotion.
And it says it's like the wind going out of their sails. They're like, "What did he just say? What did she just say?
Yeah, I'm hurt.
I'm heard." Right? And I think this is such a powerful thing, and it's such a wonderful human thing too. I once again, I'm going to double down on a statement. I don't think that people are so adamant about always being said you're right and everything you say is correct, because we're not stupid. I think we realize that a lot of the things we say are not that smart sometimes. But we want to be respected and we want to be heard. I think that's an important thing. I think also that example of the teenager, the rebel thing. I think teenagers, they don't want you to force feed your opinion. They want to be heard.
Yeah.
And it's that kind of, you know, heard and then be heard, I think is a key thing. Let's go one step further, because you're a trainer.
Yes.
So you train other trainers. You train individuals so that they can use this in real life. And you do consulting.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you give us, and for those of you who said, "Hey, can we book this guy?" You can book it, but that's not why I'm asking the question. Maybe also. I'm asking this question because I think that might be the question of a listener. Says, if I need something, if I feel like our communication, everybody would say this, can be improved, this kind of rhetorical statement, what would it look like if I would get a PCM trainer? What's kind of the process? What's the kind of consulting that you do? What would a consulting contract look like? What are some of the scenarios where you would come in and work your magic? The
easiest way is just to go to the website, and we have, I think, now 180 certified PCM trainers in Germany. Also,
so finding is one thing, but I'm more interested in. I'm the GM of a company, and we're having difficulties in our company. How would the actual interaction work with it? They invite you in, and
yes, they invite me in for getting to know. And my first question in the interview is always, does this come from the people, or is there a structural thing?
Yeah.
Because if you have a structural issue in your company, PCM is the wrong tool.
Okay.
So if your structures and processes are wrong, and this is the reason for the conflicts, please repair this. And yes, you can use PCM as a toolbox for interaction. Anyway,
so there might be organizational development
this is not
issues.
The solution.
Yeah.
So if there is,
that's an important thing you're saying. So the processes, you're not process people.
No, process in the sense of
system, organizational system.
Communication process, a different story. Okay. So if there are the human beings in the team have differences and difficulties with each other, then PCM is the right tool. So what are we doing is, we are not doing a team building. We are not doing a conflict resolution seminar. We are doing some sort of communication and self-management seminar. And everybody's relieved. Oh, God, I'm so happy that we are.
So you sometimes package your first input as a seminar.
Yeah.
Because it also gives you the opportunity to kind of establish a common language and a common understanding.
Correct. And it's the people have the feelings of, oh, it's not about us having problems that we have to go there. No,
it's not a judgment it's not a judgment.
We're just learning something about communication. So what's happening then? We talk about types, condominium, behavior, okay behavior, psychological needs.
You're giving people language for their feelings.
Yeah. And what's happening is everybody, literally everybody, has in front of his or her mind a situation, family, business, both. This exactly was the sentence my boss said, my employee said, my partner, my kid said. How the fuck does this guy know without knowing my guys? Because these are typical patterns.
Yeah.
So what's happening? Beside the official PCM seminar, everybody is dealing with his or her
because they're putting
topics.
it in their personal context. And now you're going from seminar actually to...
So what happens on day 2? The questions are coming. So I have a question.
Which is the best sentence.
I have a person.
Yeah, I have a friend.
A friend. And then you're talking about their issues.
Yeah.
And the most important thing is that they see that people are okay. And they cannot escape their own personality. Because sometimes you are a passenger of your own patterns. And then they realize, okay, my colleague, now I know why we have troubles with each other, because my communication is always asking questions, and this person needs clear orders until when he or she has to do this. Oh, now I know first what to do and why it's getting so difficult if he and myself are not getting the correct communication.
Yeah.
And this resolves so many situations. Everybody says this after years. This was the best seminar because it's so clear for me now why it's happening. So this is one thing that everybody says, you have to come again because we want to practice this. And this is maybe a disadvantage of PCM because it's a behavioral model. It's like, you have a driving license?
Yeah.
Yeah. How long did it take you to drive a car correctly? So more or less correctly?
A week.
A week. So it's not about reading a book and then driving a car.
Yeah.
And same with PCM.
Yeah.
It's, if you're starting to play tennis, starting to riding with horseback riding, whatever, it's behavior.